something else just hit my spirit about Keith Cleon Sammons. There was a few different things. So there was one time when my son was like with him, like just riding with him. They were going somewhere doing something. And my son, Zayden, I told y'all Zayden is very like in tune with himself to be a young man. But he asked him, was he gay? So you know, kids they can pick up on things too. Zayden was much younger then. About 3 years ago, 10. He was like 10, 11, something like that. But Zayden picked up on the gay shit too. And then also, when like during that meeting that was at Dre house, there was a part of the meeting where they acted like they was playing like the VR game. So then they all wanted me to try it. While I was playing the game, I think that they were plotting on what they were about to do. Okay, because after I took the VR thing off my eyes, and this is, you know, after the meeting. Now, in the beginning of the meeting, we were all, this is such and such, this is such and such, this is such and such. Crystal introduced everybody. But there was something strange at the when we were about to leave, because I rode with Crystal over there, and I told y'all Keith went and picked up his play girlfriend and transported him / her over there. Now, before they was leaving out, Keith was introducing me to Ty again. So on the way out, he was like, Dasha, this is Ty. This is my best friend. And Ty, this is Dasha. Ty gave me like a jealous bitch face. Like he couldn't hide, you know, his energy. It was like, I don't want to be introduced to this bitch. This is the bitch that you fucking outside of me and shit. That's the energy that I got off of Ty. Like, he gave me like the jealous bitch look. And I paid attention to it, but I was like, what the fuck is this motherfucker like? Like, he didn't speak or anything. I was like, hey. And he didn't speak. He just turned his nose up and like gave me the jealous bitch look. Now, I mentioned that to Keith, like, cause, you know, as a friend, you know, and as his girlfriend at the time, I was his play girlfriend too. I was the female play girlfriend, while Ty was the male play girlfriend. I think he got to be bisexual, or you maybe using women as a cover up. I don't know, but I don't want to say that that's what it is. I'm just telling y'all about the things that I picked up on, the energy that I picked up on while I was around him, and around his friends. But yeah, Ty gave me the jealous bitch look, like, you know, how a nigga that's jealous of you talking to a nigga that they like, or a nigga they may be fucking, or could be fucking them, vice versa. And he knew a lot about Ty fucking niggas. Like, he knew that he was the type that liked to give it, and not take it. You know, there was just a lot of things. He just knew too much about gay stuff. Like, they ain't straight. Straight niggas they're not interested in that lifestyle, so they don't know nothing about it. Like, the straight niggas, when straight niggas have butt sex, they just know, take it slow. You know what I'm saying? Might have to lube that bitch up a little bit, but take it slow. And take it slow. They don't know, oh, you got to go in here and clean it out and do all this and do all that. Like, he knew, he knew a lot. That's him stuttering. He knew a lot about butt sex. And it was something else that was just coming through. Oh, no, that was it. But yeah, when he introduced me, or when I was introduced when we first got there. And then, like I said, I put the VR thing on. I was playing a little game. While I was playing the game, they was plotting something to do. They were doing something behind my back while I had the things over my eyes. This is how jealous Crystal Ann Brown, like, she went through all of this shit just to try to put me down for me to end up on top. Because after me and Keith, like, after I broke up with him, like, I wasn't really talking to him like that because, you know, he was disrespectful. Somebody had called. He said it was his best friend, Portia, who is somebody else that came in between us once they seen, like, hey, these motherfuckers is in love. That wasn't a part of the plan. But then they started, you know, coercing him and telling him what he needed to do to, you know, get me out of the way. It was all a part of the plan, though. I think he was originally paid just to come in there and loved by me. He was not supposed to fall in love with me. It did happen. He couldn't help, you know, what he was feeling, so he masked them. But I do think that he, you know, based off his actions and the things that he was saying, I think he may be on the down low. Maybe having bisexual on the down low, homosexual. One or the other. Either way, it's nasty. Niggas that fuck niggas, that's nasty. That is not, you know, I don't have nothing against y'all. I ain't got nothing against y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've had a gay friend before, and he was very cool. But at the time, he was cool. I ain't got nothing against y'all. I just don't agree with y'all lifestyle because, you know, I know that is demon, you know, demon work. You know, that's devil work. I know that God made men to be with women and women to be with men. Just like two women together, that's not godly. That is, you know, those are, most of it is trauma. You know, a lot of these men have been molested when they were young, so they are confused. And I haven't met one yet, you know, and I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but I haven't met one, and I haven't met all the people in the world, but I know for a fact that, you know, most gay guys and gay girls have been molested, okay? They have been violated as a child, which has left them confused, and that's what, you know, that's what leads to it. Because like I said, God made a man and a woman to be together. You cannot, two men can't reproduce, two women can't reproduce. There's so many indications letting us know in this world that men and women are supposed to be that together, man and woman. All right, one man with one woman. There's somebody for everybody. I don't even agree with all these people with all these wives and stuff. That's not godly. Okay, a partner is your partner. You know, somebody that's for you. There's somebody for everybody. But anyway, you know, like I said, nothing against y'all. Y'all do what y'all want to. Ain't got shit to do with me. But, you know, I don't condone it. And God says that that's not the way that he made the world. That is demon work. That's the devil work. Okay. Those are demonic energies, entities. Okay. But yeah, when they reintroduced me, I guess because Crystal was trying to, she wanted to see me frown. She wanted to see me down. She did not like that I was always loved and, you know, like that I had changed so much. She didn't like that. The family, they don't like that I have changed so much. They don't like that I have become this light being, that I've stepped into my power. They don't like that, you know, that I'm God's chosen one, you know, that I'm so anointed, so protected. They don't like it. And so, you know, when they see things that used to trigger me don't trigger me anymore because I've healed from those things, they get upset. So it was always some shit that Crystal was doing while I was there to try to get me to blow up. Like, it was always something she was trying to do. Like, when I talk about this on my well, I talked about it one time, but I have since taken those videos down because those came from a place of malice. Like, I wanted revenge at that point. So I took them down, and I'm just going to tell my story out of light. Not out of my dark energy, because that energy that's a bitch. That bitch she ain't right. So I like to stay away from her. That's why, I had to balance out the light and the dark, because there was a point in my life where it was easy to trigger me. It was easy to get a reaction out of me. It was easy for me to just go from 0 to 1 trillion real quick, and boom, I'm in jail now because I done fucked the nigga up, or, I done fucked some shit up. I done did some shit. So, like, she would, like, I was washing dishes a lot when I was there, because I ain't had no money to pay her, but I wanted to pull my weight. So I would clean up, wash the dishes, go buy food and stuff, because I ain't had no money to pay her. And like, I wash the dishes, and it's like, I leave, I come back, all the dishes in the sink dirty, but she the only one there. Like, little dumb shit like that to try to get up under my skin. She dirty up all the dishes in the sink. Because she know I'ma wash them. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, even when I left to go get my apartment, before I had got the okay that I was getting the apartment, she was kicking me out, because I had left some stuff there, and my spirit at that time, that's when I was developing my intuition. It was telling me to go ahead and take everything that I was gonna take. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I needed. So I was already packing up. But then when I left, like a couple hours into the drive, she had messaged me. She was like, that she was getting ready to clean out the room, and asked me what I wanted her to do with my stuff. Cause she was gonna clean out the room. She was getting ready to rent it out to her cousin Smurf, who she fucking, okay, who she been fucking since she was little. But said she was getting ready to keep cleaning out so she can rent the room out to him. All right, so I was like, all right, whatever. Like, you kicking me out before I even, get confirmation that I got the apartment. So when I got there, the apartment that I was going for was gone. All right, because I had a 5-hour drive, although I got up early. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I end up being homeless in Washington State, because I'm like, damn, I done drove 5 hours. She already threw my shit out. I already was feeling like that she didn't want me there to begin with. Because I felt the energy. That's why I was in and out a whole lot. Like, I couldn't hardly sleep and shit like that. So I was like, fuck it. We just gonna thug it out. So me and the kids, we was moving around from hotel to hotel. We slept in the truck a couple nights and shit like that. So then I finally found an apartment that was in Copper Landing. Got that apartment. They purposely made me wait. The apartment was ready, but they made me wait like 30 extra days as a form of discrimination, for the apartment. And so we had to wait for it to get ready, although it was already ready. They made me wait 30 extra days because I was black. And then once the 30 days was up, we got into the apartment, and everything was good. So once we got into the apartment and I got settled, I got everything together, I had made plans to go back and get the stuff that I had left at her house. Okay? Now, and this was a part of them showing me who she was. Who she really was and how she really felt about me. But, yeah, she, when I went back to go get my stuff, like, we had bought some herbs because we was gonna go into business together. Like, we was planning businesses together and stuff like that. But I know, I later found out that was just her trying to steal my ideas and get in on what I was getting. Because every time, like, I would try to put a price on something, she was like, oh, nobody ain't gonna pay that much for that. And I'm like, all right, this business partnership ain't gonna be a good partnership because you're not going to water down what I believe. Like, if I put this price on here, if a motherfucker want this from me, they gonna have to pay that, because don't nobody got the power like I got. You can't get my type of services and my type of products nowhere else, okay? And so she was like, we're gonna sell it for this much. Like, she was trying to take over my shit. And I'm like, all right. So I just finally got up the courage to tell her, look, we got 2 separate businesses right here. We not getting ready to do this business together. And she looked upset. She was looking mad, but she didn't want to. She didn't want to show that. But with energy, people can't hide their energy. They can, hide themselves physically. You know what I'm saying? They can do stuff to hide themselves physically, but their energy, like I read energy, so you can't treat me because your energy is going to speak to me. I'm going to talk to your energy, okay? But her face turned up when I told her and stuff like that, and I was crying because this was like one of the first times that I was able to stand up for myself. And I'm like, nah, this ain't agreeing with what I want to do. Like, I don't want to go into no partnership with somebody who's trying to dictate what I'm doing and telling me what to do and how to do it, and how to run a business that I came up with this idea. So I was just like, you know what, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, we got 2 separate businesses. You do your business, I'ma do my business, and we good on that. And she acted like everything was okay, but really she was burning up inside. You could see it all in her face. But when I went back and got my herbs from over there, when I was going back to get my little stuff, and I didn't have much. I had like $3,000 worth of hair growth oil that she took and used on her hair, okay? Because she was bald-headed, all right? And for years, she been bald-headed in the middle of her head. Couldn't find nothing to grow her hair back. But then I made some oil, and that made her grow her, the oil I made her hair grow back. So instead of, because she's just a demon. She's just a demon. She's possessed. She's demonic. She's very jealous, very envious. Crystal and Brown. All right. But I had like $3,000 worth of hair growth oil that I had left over there. She stole all my hair growth oil. All right. And then she was like, well, I don't know what happened to your hair growth oil. I guess she thought that was going to get a reaction out of me. She was like, I don't know what happened to your hair growth oil. I don't know what happened to it. Bitch, you used it. Duh. You ain't bald headed no more. You used it. But she gonna be going bald completely. She gonna be not just the middle of her head. She going all her hair getting ready to be off her head. And she ain't gonna be able to grow that shit back. Okay? But stole my hair oil. Alright, so my hair oil, $3,000 of that was missing. We had also purchased some herbs together. We went half on them. So I was expecting, all right, and I told her before I got there, bust down the herbs and shit, because I was leaving in peace. Like, I don't have no beef with you. I see your energy. I'm moving the fuck around, okay? I'm getting the fuck on. I'll holler at you. I appreciate you letting me stay, but I know now that you only wanted me to come so that you could put me down, so that you could put me in a situation where I'm going to blow up on your ass. You going to call the police and boom, I'm going to be in jail, because my blow up is, when I get mad and I turn up, I'm going to jail. That's why, I don't do it no more, because I know me. That's another thing. It's good to know yourself. That will help you to avoid setups in these situations. All right, this was all a part of the thing. Her part in the plan was to get me out there, get me locked up, get me put away so they could finish getting my money and getting my inheritance and doing what they was doing. Take my kids, treat them like shit, and when I go to jail, somebody kill me in jail and shit like that. But it didn't go down like that. I was learning to manage, like, my anger, and, I was healing, and, shit that used to trigger me just won't trigger me no more, because I could now see I could see through the illusion. But when I got there, she pointed to the herbs. This the first thing she wanted a reaction. She was like, I don't know what happened to your hair growth oil. And I'm like, okay, I let that slide. All right. And then she pointed to the herb bag, and it was just a little bag. Now, mind you, we bought like $100 some worth of herbs. It should have been way more. She was like, that's all the herbs that you got left, or that's all you have, or whatever. I wrote down everything, whatever. She was lying. She was just trying to get a reaction, trying to make me mad, but she couldn't. Like, everything that she was trying to do to get me upset and to get me mad, it didn't work. All right. And so I was just like, I looked at the bag and I was just like, all right, whatever. So I was out. I left. And then when I got home and I realized, I just sent her a message like, look, bitch, I know them not all my herbs. I let her know what was up, and I told her, because she asked me about the money that I owe her, because I had borrowed like $200 some from her. I had every intention on giving it back, but because she stole my hair oil and because, she stole my herbs, didn't give me all my herbs, I just told her to charge that shit to the game. Like, if I'm the type of person, if I got a problem with you, or if, if we gonna part ways or whatever, you gonna know, because I ain't no bitch ass nigga. Like, I'll let you know what's up. You feel me? So I let her know, hey, that $200 some that I owe you is mine now. I ain't giving you shit. And that's straight what I told her. Bitch, I ain't giving you shit. You stole my hair oil. You took my herbs. And you might as well charge that to the game. Do not expect that money back, because you was just paying me up front because they knew you was getting ready to do some fuck shit. Alright. So that's some more of what Crystal and Brown did. Also, too, is popping in my spirit. Keith also gave me a planner. All right, he gave me a planner, and because I want the type, if I get an idea, I'm just going to act on it. I want the type to plan stuff. But I have learned, now to plan stuff out, because it works better when you plan it out. Even if your plan don't go according to how you planned it out, it's still good to have those steps to follow, because, more organized approach is going to help you. And so I learned that from that experience. But he gave me a planner. Now, the reason that he gave me this planner was so that I could write my plans down, like my ideas and stuff down, my plans down that I was planning to do. And so that they could, try to see what I was planning to do as far as how I was going to get some money. Okay? And that was one of the things, like, when I went through my stuff, because I was trying to figure out why my energy was off. It was off because I was in somebody's house that didn't want me there, that was plotting against me. All right. But I didn't figure it out until later on. So I started throwing away a whole bunch of stuff. And so I threw away the planner that he gave me. All right. And in the planner, I didn't write a whole lot down, but I did write some things down. And when I had got back that day, she had went to the trash can and got all the stuff that I threw away out the trash can. All right. And then she was in there. When I got back, she was in there going through my stuff. And she try to make it seem like, oh, I got your stuff out because I know you didn't mean to do that or whatever. And so I'm looking at her like she going through the planner, trying to see what she can find out what my plans are. That was the reason that he gave me the planner. That's why I said he's a part of that organized crime too. They was all working together to work against me. But I also caught some little notions of who he was loyal to. All right, because when he came around, what's up, homie? I always talking to Crystal and stuff like that. So he was letting me know who he was loyal to, because they was friends before I came in. You know what I'm saying? And she had already put him under some spells and had him under this manipulation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. Another thing, too, that happened with Crystal and Brown, when me and Keith broke up, when I broke up with him and I left and moved out there, I wasn't talking to him much. He called me out the blue one day and was asking me about, because this is when I was getting rid of, when I was in the process of reversing herpes. Okay, so I was in the process still of reversing it at this time. So when we met, because I was in the process of reversing it, and because I take good care of myself, and I never gave it to anybody. Like, I knew you don't have sex when you're having an outbreak. You know what I'm saying? You wait a week or two after you have an outbreak to have sex, because you still can pass it. After an outbreak, 7 days after an outbreak, you can pass it. And so I took care of myself when I did have it, because, I didn't want to do what was done to me. I didn't want to give it to anybody, because it was given to me, and it was given to me purposely. All right. And so I got a call from him one day, and he was like, was there something that I needed to tell him? And I'm like, no. He was like, you lied to me about something. What the fuck are you talking about? It was just something I didn't tell you because, number one, I wanted to keep it out of my head, because I didn't want to keep the mindset, oh, this is what you have. I wanted to get it out of my head. Number two, I had no intentions. I mean, I had intentions on telling him, but I didn't know when I was going to tell him. But, you know, and when he was like, well, Crystal said that you used to have herpes. And then he was like, I put his life in danger and all this, that, and that was hurtful to him. I mean, he was trying to make me feel bad about it. And I was like, you know what? I was like, and the first thing I asked him was, well, why did she feel comfortable, you know, talking to you about me? Why is y'all sitting around talking about me? This was when I knew that they were sitting around talking about me. Because like I said, we hadn't talked for months. And he just called me out the blue and said this. So I was like, you know what? I was like, Crystal is just jealous and hating. This is when I told him who Crystal was. I told him that Crystal was jealous of me, that she was a hater, and that she was mad. And I told him that you gonna find out that she is only using you to get to me. And you are going to regret everything that you doing for her, with her, around her, all that. All right? And he was like, she's not jealous. That's her being my friend, trying to tell me something that you didn't tell me. Like he was trying to argue. I'm like, you know what? I don't want this childish ass shit in my life. So I was like, Keith, you have a nice day. You know, y'all do what y'all do. I don't give a fuck about y'all talking about me. No, I didn't tell you because I was getting rid of the shit. Okay, I was reversing it. And he was like, she said you used to have it. I said, well, keyword used to. Nigga, you ain't got no. And then he gonna send me some bogus ass test results. Talking about his test results came back saying that he got it. I'm like, nigga, you ain't getting nothing from me because when I fucked you, I didn't, I was reversing it. And number two, you can only pass it when you active or when you shedding. And I was not active or shedding when I fucked you those 2 times that I fucked you. Okay? So, I don't know where you got these bullshit ass test results from, but this ain't it. So, yeah, he sent me I think he sent it to my email. I think I still got it, trying to say that, he was positive. For HSV2. And I'm like, ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't the one that gave it to you. Cause by that time I had it for like 12 years. And all the 12 years that I did live with HSV2, I never gave it to anybody. So you're not getting ready to sit here and tell me that you the only one out of 12 years that I done gave it to. That's a fucking lie because I take care of myself. I'm not no nasty bitch. Okay, although somebody did victimize me, Harry Robertson, Emmanuel Robertson from Lumberton, North Carolina, he gave it to me, and lied about what was going on when it was going on. Like I literally had to make him go to the doctor to go get his penis looked at, okay, because he was in denial. But yeah. Trying to make me feel like I gave him something. Nigga, I ain't give you shit. You got me fucked up. I never gave that shit to anybody when I had it. And now it's completely gone now. I've completely reversed her HSV2 and HSV1. Because after I reversed HSV2, somebody sent somebody in to give me HSV1. And he did. And I reversed that too. So I don't have shit. And so I went and got, I got my test results confirming that. I have shared them on Madam Miracles on YouTube if y'all want to go check out that story. But yeah, I go to the doctor at least once a year and get checked. And I always, I just go to get checked. And the last time I went, was it last year or was it, I think it was 24, those test results. I got to look at them. Yeah, it was last year, 24, before we moved here. It was that summer. But I got those test results, and those are the test results that I posted up here, showing that, I'm HIV negative, because I heard that somebody going around trying to say that I gave them HIV, bitch. You ain't get that shit from me. My pussy clean. I ain't got no diseases. My bloodstream clean. My pussy clean. I ain't got no smells, nigga. I taste motherfucking sweet. All that. So get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But yeah, Crystal Ann Brown and Keith Sammons, they was all up on the same team, coming up against me, trying to get a reaction out of me, trying to get me locked up, trying to put me down, while I was already down, trying to put me down. Keith came in posing like he was this old good guy and all this, that, and the third. It was all a fucking act, okay? Because there are indications that he like boys, for real. But, don't come fucking with me. Don't come fucking with me, because I'm not going to come out here and just spread everybody's business. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. I'm going to tell y'all what I picked up on, what I noticed, and I'm going to tell y'all what really happened. Not just my side. I'm going to tell y'all my side of the story, but my side of the story is the right side. It's the truth. My side is always the truth of any fucking story, because I'm going to tell you how it is, not how I wanted it to be, not what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened, exactly what was said, okay? But yeah, they was plotting against me to begin with, but I didn't realize it until I realized it, because for a long time he had me up under this love spell, and that's why I couldn't break free for so long, because that's why he kept popping in my spirit, and I would reach out, and although he was treating me like I was less than, and he was treating me like I was a fucking peasant or something, and like I want shit, and he regret all that, him and everybody else that ever has. But I was still, there was still an attachment, because I was in love. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared to say I was in love with a bitch ass nigga like all the other niggas I ever been in love with. I was in love with another bitch ass nigga. All right. So I did eventually, like I told y'all, broke free. But Cleon Sammons was working with Crystal Ann Brown. He was paid to come in. Okay. He fell in love, couldn't do what he was paid to do, but then they paid him some more money to leave, and gave him more money to make him do something else. And then too, there was another female that came in, or that was already in the picture. You know what I'm saying? They was all plotting against me, trying to steal from me. And so I know that the test results that he had was fabricated. Somebody fabricated those test results, and I got them. He sent them to me somewhere. I think he sent them to my email. So I got evidence of that. And then, I went and got checked. I went and got checked in 2023 as well. All right. When I went and got checked in 2023, that's when I found out that the HSV2 was gone, because I had broke out with something. And this was after they sent in the dude that called himself Sadiq, with the one that I met at the bus stop that I fucked around and fucked with, got on that damn wine, and I was horny. I was very vulnerable. And so I fell into temptation. But I know that he purposely put it in the crack of my ass, because his lips was broke out, which I didn't pay attention to, and until afterwards. But when he was down there giving me head, he was focused on my ass crack. Okay, he was focused on my ass crack the whole time, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is he just in that spot? He was purposely giving me HSV1 in my ass crack. And so I broke out a couple days after our encounter, and I was like, it felt different. So, I lived with HSV2 for so long that I knew what an outbreak felt like. You know what I'm saying? And that outbreak would typically be around my vagina area, when I had the virus. And I know the virus because I had it for so long. You know what I'm saying? I've researched it, went to it on a cell level to reverse it. But I would typically break out on my vagina area with HSV2. Now this breakout, it was in my ass crack, and I was like, I started playing back, what happened. I was like, damn, that's why he was in that spot, in that particular spot, because he was paid to come and infect me. And I think that they was paying him to kill me too, because he had got mad. I put him out my car, and then he was trying to come back to my car, and my spirit was like, get gone. So I got gone. All right. And then after that, I never talked to him again. But I got some messages in a phone somewhere from when we was messaging back and forth. And about the day we met up, the hotel we went to, I know where that's at and everything. But yeah, he was focused on the crack of my ass. So that's how I know that he was paid by someone, because I had got reverse HSV2. Somebody paid him to come infect me with that HSV1 virus, because they wanted me to feel like, what I was doing wasn't working. But I knew that what was in the crack of my ass wasn't HSV2, because it felt different. When that HSV1 break out in my ass, that shit was vicious. I ain't never felt no pain like that. And that shit hurt. So when I went to the doctor and got checked, I was like, I know that this got to be another strain of that virus, if it's that virus. And so when I went to the doctor confirmed, yes, this is another strain. This is HSV1. And you typically don't see HSV1, on your genitals. It's typically around your mouth area. So I knew when I started thinking about it, and when I got those tests, I was like, damn, I done got caught up with that goddamn shit. I was vulnerable, fucking around, and this nigga done gave me this shit on purpose. I don't know who paid him, but y'all can find out. But yeah, he purposely was sent to come in and give me that shit, because we went to the casino, and then after the casino, we went to the hotel, and I felt so nasty. Afterwards. But, yeah, I learned a very valuable lesson, after that. I learned a very valuable lesson. But, yeah, I ain't never been no hoe. You know what I'm saying? If I was victimized, I was victimized. I was a victim. And I was being, I was being targeted. And there were people that didn't want to see me come up, didn't want to see me, I'm a threat to motherfuckers that, make medicine to cure stuff or to manage stuff. If I'm out here getting rid of or reversing the whole herpes virus, motherfuckers can't make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. It's a lot of people in high places that want me dead. But I don't give a fuck, because I ain't scared of y'all. And y'all can't do nothing to me. The spirits protect me. God protects me. There ain't nothing y'all can do with forces y'all can't see. But that's just some of the organized crime to me telling it in a more from a more light aspect. Because when I first started telling it, I was in my dark energy, and I don't like my dark energy. I love it, but I don't like it, because that dark energy. My dark energy is a fool. I do have a dark side, you know what I'm saying? But I came from that side to the light, because my dark side she don't give a fuck about no consequences, about nothing. Like, she turn up, she beat bitches up, she knock niggas out, all that. Nigga, bitch, I get mad, it's on, okay? But that's why I'm all looking like now. But that's more of the organized crime. I gotta get the boy. All right.